First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
19. Don't take forever, okay? Let's go 14.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And an alley to run. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. D. Ford in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Now Cam, option left. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
He's got it at the 15. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Russell Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading on to the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And out across midfield down to the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to...
And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Thomas Davis in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
PAT up and good by Rosas, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Shotgun. 18.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Billy Wynn in there to get him for a loss of 5.
14, on it. Hut, 380. Spread left.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll roll him out right. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Newton on 1st down. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Onto the field now come the Bears. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now Wilson on first down. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 42 yards. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jerick McKinnon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Crosby with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now Newton on first down. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Kirksey coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And they'll go on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to run, and I think the ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. On first down, Wilson. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They go play action here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
To throw is Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Newton to throw. Dancing to his left. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
He's throwing one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. From the red zone now, Newton. Forced out to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, fellas. Gun. Do something.
On second down, here's Newton. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Play action. Now Wilson. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle complete. That's Lindsey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They give him a gain of 38.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's Newton. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On second and 10, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball takes the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass, but sometimes he doesn't act very well about what he's going to block.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
14. Good guys, 4 down. Time. Gotta go, in and out.
They go play action with Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. D. Ford in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And able to find Conley. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. A dump down to McKinnon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, 14.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. They go play action now. Wilson on the move to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's a former 1,000-yard rusher, it's Stephen Ridley. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D. Ford in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Zach Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On first down. Newton. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Back to throw, Newton. Back now at Soldier Field.
20.
Off play action, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this, and this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. He finds McKinnon complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Let's get it.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now Newton eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, He's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Vikings on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Flushed out right. Breaks through the contact. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down. Make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15... mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw again is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Newton. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 49 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
20.
Throwing here, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9th. A good pickup there, a 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
14.
They give them a gain of 37. Play action. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Newton's going to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, it's a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Bears will get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.